Welcome to Success in 7, where we shine a light on small businesses that are doing business differently to inspire others to do the same in just 7 minutes. Each episode, we'll sit down with a small business owner to talk about their business journey, challenging preconceived notions of success and what it means to be successful on their own terms. In the studio today, I'm joined by Debbie Nightingale, founder of Haute Goat. Haute Goat Farm is a breathtaking 200-acre farm located 1 hour east of Toronto. What was that moment that you knew you wanted to go into business with goats?
So I'm actually a city girl, transplanted. We bought a farm in Campbellford in 2007. Always was my dream, but I still had to commute back to the city for work. But my husband ended up retiring there, and the moment he did that, I said, we can have animals. And he said, do you mean like another dog or a cat? And I said, no, I mean goats. His jaw dropped, but he said, okay. And we brought home our first 4 little Nigerian dwarf goats. And the moment my friends heard about this, they said, can we come and meet the goats? And of course we said yes, so we could share the joy with them. They came and visited the goats, fell in love as we did, started to tell everybody they knew. And within 3 or 4 months, we would have 40 or 50 people show up at the farm on a Saturday morning and say, we're here to see the goats. So we realized that we weren't the only ones who found joy in the connection with the animals and being in the country and all of that stuff. And when I realized it's a business.
I'm just curious, are there goats who are more popular than other goats?
100%. Now, don't ask me if I have favorites.
I won't.
But there are certain ones, just like people, who sort of shine. They're stars. And, you know, people who follow us on social media will come and say, where's so-and-so? Or I'm so excited to meet Butterscotch, who's one of the old goats. You know, so it's really cool, actually, when people do that.
What is the secret to success, knowing that there are other goat farms here in Ontario?
I think we were one of the first to market. In terms of what we do, we created something called the Goat Schmergel, which we've actually copywritten, and has become kind of a signature experience for us. So that's certainly one thing. We've been doing it for a fair long time, and we started to add things around it. So we built a cafe. It's a licensed cafe. You can sit there and relax and have a lovely meal while you talk about your experience and show each other pictures. You can hike our trails. You can do other experiences. You can even stay over at the farm. So we built a whole kind of experience for the day, or you can even stay over. So I think that certainly sets us apart.
Based on a recent report from Intuit QuickBooks, 99% of all Canadian businesses are small businesses. What is it like running a small business in Canada?
Fantastic and difficult, I would say. If it's in your blood to do that, it's wonderful, but I would certainly say you need to follow your passion, because I do it probably 20 hours a day, if not 24 on certain occasions. I think that's a really important ingredient, to be able to work hard. I also say play hard, though, at the same time.
What about 2024? There are a number of unique challenges that small business owners face. What do you think is going to make your business resilient?
I ask myself that question all the time. I'm constantly evaluating to see what we can do differently or enhance. And I think that enhancement for us is the answer. I feel like people who come really enjoy the experience. We're really proud of our reviews. People seem to come away with a memory and pictures and wanting to come back. So we want to do even more of what we do, but do it in a more immersive way.
Your business is very much a physical business, but every business in 2024 is also an online business. What are some of those technologies and tools that you are able to leverage to help to grow your business and keep it running?
We actually use a fair bit of technology, considering that we're a rural business. One of the first things that we did, well, we've been using QuickBooks for a fair long time, so that helps, because that helps me sort of quantify and streamline the administrative part of our business. We use MailChimp and have for a very long time in terms of staying in touch with people who are interested in the farm. So we have a fairly large subscriber base on our newsletter, which we sometimes have a hard time finding the time to do it. We also have goat cams. So we've been doing that for a long time. And the goat cams actually started when I got tired of running to the barn during birthing season 3 times a night. And so we actually have 3 different goat cams in the barn all the time, so people can watch the goats anytime, day or night. And we have lots of people who do that.
Are there goats that are more popular, maybe on the influencer level?
We don't have any that have their own pages yet, just because it's another thing to do. But absolutely, we have people who follow some of our animals. So Yoda, Eddie, Feta are very popular. And and now people are starting to follow our pigs. So the pigs are a new addition to the farm, and we're about to add a new experience called a picnic, where you'll get to be able to hang out with the pigs.
Love it. Since this series is called Success in 7, what are your big goals for 2024 in 7 words or less?
That's hard. Adding immersive experiences, more visitors to the farm.